Welcome back to Comic Book Wednesdays, a weekly series where we discuss comic books. We're your hosts, I'm Ian,
Mel.
And I'm Shane.
and we're back with more Superior Spider-Man, issues 22, 23, and 24. Um, Venom? Anybody?
I like Agent Venom.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I remember talking, and you're like, I don't love Venom. So hearing that you love Agent Venom makes me happy.
Well, he's a fun character as, in this version of Flash Thompson, being Pete's best friend-ish character and, an army vet, and, he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, he's got the Medal of Honor. He lost his legs. He's a cool character for sure. I can never see them doing this version of Flash in the movies. At least
No,
not
I
in the
can see it.
MCU.
No.
No, yeah,
Yeah, but the way that they're going right now, I don't think so.
no,
No.
no. But
Well, we already
Sim-
have Indian Flash Thompson anyway, right?
yeah, the actor who plays Flash in the MCU is a really good actor. I've seen him in other things, and he's fantastic. They really dumbed his script down for the Spider-Man movies, and they made him this like joke character. And I'm like, this guy could be really, really cool.
And they screwed it all up.
Ready.
Which is not a surprise. I mean, it is a surprise with the MCU, but you guys know how I feel about Disney, so
Yeah, we don't
I-
have to get into it.
I don't want to get into that again.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, Agent Venom, very cool character as far as I'm concerned. Top notch. Enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, and to then see him mix with Superior Spider-Man, like have them interact,
Yeah.
like Agent Venom obviously thinks that they should be on the same side. He's like, I'm a hero, an Avenger, and like covered ops operations. So like, man, maybe Spider-Man doesn't know about that, and I haven't actually fought with Spider-Man, but like, I haven't or fought by his side or anything like that. But like, we're on the same side, right? I'm not a raging hulking monster, and it just seems like that's lost to Spider-Man or Ock in this case. But like, is it because? No, I'm not sure what motivates him more. Like, was he just trying to steal the symbiote, or was he actually like trying to stop a monster from attacking New York?
Well, it said right at that one point where it was like he didn't remember Flash or Venom because of, wiping Pete's memories. So
Yes, yeah, you're right.
I think originally it was to try and stop Venom, and then once Venom got a hold of him,
True.
No, that does make sense. I mean, I don't know. I wish. Let me rephrase. I think at this point, Doc Ock is creating so many enemies that, like, he's going to have just a bunch of people towards the end of this coming after him.
Well, I think he really went over the hump of being superior. Like he's lost that edge he had. I feel like.
Where he's not superior. He's no longer superior. He is falling into his old ways, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I agree.
How much of that was the symbiote's influence?
I've been thinking. I didn't really want to say anything in the last couple of sessions that we did, but I've been kind of getting that feeling along the way. And this, I know he had Venom with him, but I feel like it really solidified it. To me.
That's absolutely fair. Yeah, I mean, the Venom kind of pushes him over that edge more.
Right.
He threatens MJ. He goes and like, I feel like if MJ doesn't come in the room there, then he like basically starts threatening Aunt May and Jay Jameson,
Yeah.
who I didn't know was Jonah's dad.
I didn't realize that at first either until they said it. I was like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah. Another thing I didn't notice is the timeline for this. There was a bubble. There was a text bubble, like towards the bottom of the page. It's like a kind of like a writer's note, and they reference that this is taking place in the '90s. Did you guys see that, or am I?
Really? I didn't.
Oh, what?
I didn't see
Yeah,
that at all.
Dang, I'm gonna look through my notes real quick. That's what?
yeah. I have to.
Continued. Was it issue?
It might have been
Um,
either the 23 or 24. Definitely wasn't 22.
Okay, let me go to 23 real quick. At least in the 90s. Oh my God! Yeah,
Huh, no
Michael
shit.
O'Hara is really Miguel O'Hara, alias of Spider-Man 2099, stuck in the 90s.
Stuck in the 90s. It's the weirdest thing.
What?
That's
Oh
wild.
wow! All right, that threw me off. I didn't really notice that.
No, not at all. That's wild.
Right. So that completely throws off my timeline, and I actually want to go down a rabbit hole. Like we know Marvel Comics has been coming out in real life since the 60s, but what is the timeline like in Marvel Comics? Like, what is the year supposed to be?
Right.
You know, how much time has actually passed? And like, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if anyone actually does, but it has to be there somewhere, right? Like,
I would assume so.
right.
Huh.
Kind of crazy.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, you're right. That throws me off a little bit. Sorry, that's. I thought that was much later going on.
Yeah. So, but besides the
All
point,
right.
um, the things get kind of crazy with the symbiote. I mean, he's like this hulking monster with tentacles, like on his back, kind of like he would if he was Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Really, really cool design. I love the web pattern on him becomes this like jagged mess of webs. Um, he looks so like when Pete has the symbiote, he's much more uniform. He actually looks like the Venom symbiote. Like it's more, it's not just an outfit for him. It is literally Venom taking over.
Yeah, it's a wild outfit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I didn't understand that kind of came up there was when Flash got the symbiote taken off of him, and he's just like, I've been keeping it like sedated with my own like mix of things. You know what? The longer it's away from me, the more volatile it's going to get. Like, is that a unique thing to these issues, or like is that explained somewhere earlier? I just caught that and wasn't sure.
So like there's an Agent Venom comic that's ongoing, and I'm sure they explain it in there. I haven't read those books, so I'm not entirely sure. But my understanding
Okay.
is he uses like um, meds, like
Yeah, it was mentioned in something about that, a chemical that he keeps
yeah.
that actually keeps him alive, right?
No,
As
so
well.
it subdues the symbiote. It like calms it, but because they have been using it for so long, his like physiology is now um, reliant
Oh.
on the symbiote.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that's why he's like,
That's wild.
yeah.
Okay.
So they got to get him
I
back.
didn't know that.
It's interesting. It's a lot of it that I'm not super familiar with because I'm not really familiar with all the Venom lore and stuff. There's a lot there.
A buddy of mine is a really big Venom guy. Like, he knows. He's read the whole, what is it, Dark King or Black King or whatever it is,
Oh yeah,
comic
yeah.
and all that, and I mean, there's just so much stuff that goes into it.
So
Yeah,
the
there really
the
is a
symbiote,
ton.
just to like, you know, kind of remember something that we were talking about last week. If I remember correctly reading, the symbiote did make a comment of like, you're different when Doc Ock got him, didn't it? Like I was reading the panel and like I wasn't sure if
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So like, I'm pretty sure the symbiote's like old host, like different mind, um, and then he's like, I want to go home, meaning back to Flash,
Yeah.
which is fascinating. So the symbiote can tell that it's not Peter's mind, but it in the right body, you know.
hmm
Has Ock ever been taken over by the symbiote
I don't think so.
before?
No,
Ooh, okay.
I don't think he has. I think it's been. I think Scorpion was Matt Gargan, or he was he was Venom at one point. Of course, Eddie, Flash.
Yeah.
There's probably somebody else too, but I can't think of them off the top.
What
of my head.
happens to Eddie? I know this is kind of off topic, but like, I never really followed after Eddie Brock losing it, or you know, like how that story went.
I don't entirely know, honestly. I assumed he died, but he does get it back. Like he has it. Um, Currently, I think Eddie is Venom
Oh, okay.
in the comics. Because he has to get it back before the King of the Night or the Black, whatever that storyline is that you were just mentioning. Because
Yeah.
he's Venom in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool thing about Agent Venom is he actually like is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little bit. So
Oh, that is cool.
it's a nice little lineup there. And he like realizes the symbiote is like kind of messed up. It's like sick. And they like go to this symbiote planet and they like help him get better. And it's kind of like they fix the symbiote so it's like not weak to fire and sound. That was like not supposed to be a thing, but like it
Okay.
wasn't right. Did you just get your ass pushed in, Shane?
I did.
I'll be back. I'll come and get you.
Oh, no worries. One thing I wanted to touch on in like the third, because we're kind of transitioning into the third one, if it's okay with you guys,
Yeah.
was Aunt May's reaction to Doc Ock's girlfriend being a little person. Like
that was.
Oh, that was weird.
For me, it was so funny. So funny.
Why was it funny to you?
I find little people hysterical.
I forgot about this.
And it's terrible. And I really don't even want to talk about it because this goes out into the media. But it was just very amusing to me.
Like what I honestly thought reading this was like that's something like my boomer parents would have said to me and been like, what about this or what about that? And it's like, hey, you just like don't say that shit.
Yeah.
You don't say that. And like that whole scene where like he came back later and he's just like, did anybody hurt you? Because he's like, you know, all hyped up from the Venom suit, and she's like, no. She's just like, that was kind of a horrible meeting with your family. I didn't know what to do. And he's just like, no, nobody's gonna insult you ever again. And like in my head, I'm like, well, okay, Ock, you gotta chill it out a little bit there. You're gonna start killing people that you're not supposed to kill.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. That portion of the book.
Yeah, I
And then
wasn't
like shortly
expecting it.
after, and then like shortly after that, we had Goblin pour the oh, what is it? The formula on the oh god, I think it was the cop
Carly
character. Carly, yeah.
Carly
Oh
Cooper.
yeah, where she like pours it on her face.
Like it's
Right,
just
and
the
that's
only
like the
reason I
end of the
bring them up
book
in
right there.
yeah,
Right?
and the only reason I bring them up in succession is because like it just seemed like it got dark really quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting into some dark territory. I mean, like I think the comic line is called Darkest Days.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Darkest Hours. My bad.
Darkest Hours.
Okay.
And her sister being one of the goblin people already too. That was kind of odd. How
Yeah,
does she fall into that?
I don't even know if they explained it, but things are going sideways with that. Yuri is looks like she's gonna stir up some trouble. Like she's a loose cannon, ready to go.
There's a lot of fun stuff coming, I think, in these next couple of comics.
Oh, we're almost done. I mean, like I think we got
Yeah.
like we're less than 10 now. So like we're gonna finish the Venom stuff, and probably just go straight into Goblin.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I the goblin characters have always interested me, so I'm excited to see what comes from them.
I agree.
Yeah. Did anything else like majorly happen in those, or that's
Just
just kind of
the
like
introduction of Parker Industries. Um, you know, Goblin Otto's nanotech is really good. Aunt May can walk again. He gave Flash robot legs. But that's really about it. I can't think of anything else.
um. I know the ending. Like my ending note that I have here was when Doc Ock got the like the Venom suit, and it's all like big and bulky, and he's just like, you need to find me crime, you need to find me things I can do, and he's going after somebody, and he's like, you wish to disappear, I can arrange that, and it's like uh, I'm really glad that Mary Jane called the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes, the Avengers. Yeah, she just calls Cap's phone number like,
Yeah, I got that shit on speed dial.
who's this? You don't know me, but Spider-Man gave me your phone number, and then he's like, that asshole. We should have arrested him, giving our phone number out to random people.
I mean, in that instance, very much glad that he did, but like, judging by that panel and like all of their facial reactions, they were looking for something to come after Peter. They were waiting for him to fuck up.
Absolutely.
Well, he's at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna deal with him now.
Give me a reason not to fuck you up.
I'm ready.
Is basically what they were saying.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, I like that the Avengers thing was like the ending thing for me. So
Onward.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see that. What's going on? So it's going to be the Avengers versus Superior Venom.
man, Doc Ock is just racking up titles at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna go well for him.
No,
No,
not one bit.
I want Thor to bring the lightning. That'd be
Oh my
cool.
god,
Ooh.
that'd be awesome.
That'd be
Superior
cool.
Venom versus Thor. Such a cool fight. Well, I mean, I don't have much more. Alex, any final thoughts?
Nah, that's pretty much it for me.
Shane, you feeling anything?
No, I think we touched on all the main notes and stuff that I have. Kind of short, but like I really felt like these issues just kind of flowed really quickly into each other.
Oh, absolutely. Everything that they're doing is is really concise. You know, like you got Flash losing the symbiote. You know, there's not a lot. There wasn't a whole lot of thick dialogue, a lot of combat. Really cool art. Uh, but yeah, you think you're right. There isn't a whole lot to unpack here.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna continue with it next week, of course, right? Shane,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. I remember it's not next week that you have something. You have another Wednesday you were telling me before.
Yes, the first Wednesday of February, I'm going to be out of town.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we finished. We did 22, 23, 24, right? So it's 25, 26, 27 next.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yes.
right? Awesome.
Yeah, that
Okay.
tracks.
So we'll do that. I I don't know if anyone's listening, but if you are, thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, thanks for
Uh,
joining us.
yeah, absolutely. And tune in next time. Thanks, everybody. This was Comic Book Wednesdays. Have a good night.
Have a good one, y'all.
See ya.